Hello everyone, welcome to my, that's a lot. Then, hello everyone, welcome back to our events. This is where we're gonna come back from our project. Oh god, is that on? That is on. Nice. Okay, so we are gonna focus on making this game better. Now, whoopsies. Let me just press it. Oh god, oh no. When we press the green flag, it doesn't move the black. Blah, blah. Why do you keep calling it black cat? We can't move the black hat back when we go. Yeah, that is a problem, Scratch, as it proposes with its sound. But either way, we are going to fix this. Let's go over and check what it's gonna be. We're gonna look at the motion, and this is a new block in the series. So let's get this block. Oh, whoopsies. So if we set this to 0, 0, I think if we put it over the one green flag click, something that we talked over the last time. Oh, yes, perfect. And every time yes, perfect. It works exactly how I want it. Whenever we press this, it would move back. Now, just a little recap on how this works. There's an X and a Y position, and I know what you may be thinking. This is hard. There you go. And I do agree. I guess this is a bit hard. Let's just take out the timer because that's a bit annoying. And I think these are two hard components to know, but basically the X is the left and the right, and the Y is the up and the down. Not too hard to remember. Now, I do not know what to say, but when we click the cat, that's a bit annoying. How about we get a less annoying sound? How about we turn it to the default color that I always talk about? Let's go on this, and let's try to match that color. But I think a bit of a lighter color. Perfect. Because light colors make darker things pop out. Now let's make it even lighter so it pops out even more. And now this is going to be our clicker game. So we're gonna get this, put it over here, stretch this a bit, turn this into a much lighter pink, maybe a bit less. That's purple. I know what I'm talking about. And voila! Nice backdrop. Oh, whoopsies. Let's also rename this to purple. Damn it! That gets me every time. Purple. So when we do that, costume 1. Okay, perfect. But that doesn't look sound nice. Let's take out these two. We won't be needing any of the trumpet sounds, actually. I'd say. Neil's a nice one. We could try that. We just need one of these for now. Because, we only have one. We could always do when this right click, but we still don't want to lose any of the events. Other than the stage click, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno. Sorry, I am getting ahead of myself, or I don't know. Let me just get back to the point. When backdrop switches to purple, we want it to meow. Go into sound. What do? Play not Dun Dun Dun. We are not in K-pop Demon Hunters, even though that's kind of old, not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut that out. No, I'm not. Don't ask. And that should work. That can get very annoying. Let's go over to sound. This is a new category. Go over to the meow and make it a bit softer. It says shush. Did I? Well, speaking of shush, softer is basically the opposite of louder. So make it less louder. So when you click this, it makes the same exact sound. Okay. Now let's find a less annoying sound. How about... we don't talk about that. Pop. The classic pop sound. When backdrop switches to purple, play sound pop. And now, let's change that to be a tiny bit quieter. Perfect. The amount of times we clicked. Perfect. I like that. Now, let's make a... How about... What else do we need? Maybe let's put some more sound into this. Let's make a new sprite. We will make this a little circle. The circle will be green. It's light green. And these will be points. This is where it gets a bit confusing. So let's go into events. When green flag clicked. Forever. Forever is basically, forever is basically where we basically forever is when we do something forever. That's self-explanatory. Once again, if you don't even know what that means. If then. No, wait, we don't need it. Actually, we do. If, so we get the equals block. If then, by the way, means a conditions basically. So, if something happens, then the things that happen in here will do this thing. Now, if, I know, let's say if my variable is equal to 10. Same exact thing for our timer. Nope, that's the answer. Which is 200 and now 10 seconds. So we don't talk about that. Instead, my variable 10. Put it in here. Then we show this. Actually, no. Let's hide this. This is going to be our advancement. This is going to be basically our, achievements. We already covered the variables. This is basically a very confusing time. But I'm gonna talk about it after for the video on what we done. Let's make a list. Lists are basically what it is. Lists are basically listing stuff. So advancement. That's how do you spell it? Advancement. There we go. And then we did this. For all sorts. It doesn't really matter. Okay? No. It does kind of matter. Okay. So we basically add 10 points. Now, we could do this for a lot. What if you get 100 points? So if our variable is 10, or 100 I meant, yeah. Let's show this actually. So you put that there. And then with this right click, we talked about this, basically clicking, that's easy. When this right click, show. And next costume. Because I actually have a plan. So let's grab that, just out of the ordinary. Sorry for my language. If then. If or now if then is basically the if statement. But there's two parts. The first part is the normal part, and the other part is if that statement is false. So let's say if costume number, which is basically the costume number, is equal to 1, which will be the first costume, then we will show. No, wait, we don't do that. Perfect. And then after all of that, we change next costume. And else, no, we don't show. You have to hide it. Damn it. Keep saying that. And I think that basically sums it up. So we also have to make second one, which it'll be red. So, oh yeah. And also switch costume, which is important. Switch costume to costume 1. It also has to hide the list. Every time. Just gonna clean that. So if we turn, yep, perfect. Oh my goodness. That's a problem. What does that happen? Alright. If we go here, it's a forever loop. And we only want it to happen once. So if we go here, when we click, change that, it broadcasts the message so I can use that. Receive message because we used this. Well, yeah. That's actually kind of useless, not gonna lie. Instead, I'm gonna use it here. So, oh, right. There's a thing where we have to actually delete all of our advancements because, unless you want like a bajillion things in your advancements. So let's get to 9 and nice. Now obviously we can go way further, but I'm gonna quickly set this variable to 99 just so we can see if this works. 100. Now we can, I think, go a bit less than that before we get to 100. Maybe like 50. And we get 50. And I'll also add one more after 100. 500. Which will be 500 points. That was a moment of silence, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think it's gonna be way easier to get a second advancement now. So we get our 10 points. God, it's gonna take a while. While we're on the meantime, just how's your day? How's your day? Yeah. Yep, there it is, our 50 points. I think the dun 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 is very distracting, but you can just keep there, cause why not? And yes, so we have that. We have everything. Hold up. I think this is enough. I think we have made everything nicer. To sum it up, we disabled the trumpet sound. We added advancements with learning the if else, the normal if, also the list, which was nice. We also learned about the costume with the costume number, which we also used the equal block. That was a bit. We removed a bit from here, and there's absolutely nothing here. We also learned that lists are basically, well, yeah. We also added a feature where it goes to the middle. I think that's enough. To wrap it up, thank you everyone that watched this. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and leave down below in the comments if you want, just telling me what would you guys like next. You can ask absolutely anything. I may not see it, but I probably will. Yeah, so thank you for everyone that watched this, and bye-bye. Whoop. Yeah, bye-bye.